KEMI Opinionated. KEMI Opinionated.
Hello and welcome to a long-awaited edition of KEMI Opinionated, a show designed to inform, entertain, and inspire. As usual, I'm the host, your host with the most, Oluwakemi Kolawole. Today on the show, we're basically going to be talking about 15 characteristics of high achievers. High achievers have many characteristics that actually helps them achieve the goals and makes them successful people in life. But today on the show, I'm going to be narrowing down to 15 characteristics. Looking at high achievers or someone very successful in life. Some people might think, oh, I want to be like that. Oh, I want to be like Toke Makinwa. I want to be like Dangote. I want to be like the Otedolas family. I want to be like Elon Musk. But little do they know that all this success wasn't dropped to them or given to them wasn't dropped on their laps or given to them on a platter of gold. They actually have some guidelines. They have some characteristics that actually help them to become high achievers in life. So today on the show, we are going to be talking about 15 such characteristics. But before we go down to the nitty-gritty, let's go on a short break. And when we return, we'll go fully into today's gist.
KEMI Opinionated.
Welcome back to the show. Remember, I actually promised during the intro that we're going to be talking about 15 characteristics of high achievers. Right now, number one on the list is action-oriented, because people who wish to achieve something are always action-oriented, When they feel like work needs to be done, they do it without asking too many questions and ensure that work is done on time, High achievers are driven by an outcome and the determination always to keep working. High achievers try to figure out all the possible solutions for their works beforehand, and they may not get it right away, but they will keep trying until they do. Next on the list is optimistic. That's a very good characteristic of high achievers. High achievers are naturally optimistic. They focus on what is good and they offer good vibes in return. Being optimistic leads to a better mindset. And this is the kind of mindset that everyone needs to have to fulfill their goals. If you are always pessimistic, then you restrict yourself from achieving everything that you can. By remembering that you are not your negative thoughts and taking up a more positive outlook on life and everything involved, you'll be set to achieve everything. I understand that in the kind of country that we are in, it could be very difficult sometimes to achieve some certain goals or make some certain moves. But I assure you that being optimistic, you've already conquered all the barricades, all the no's, and before you know it, the no's will start becoming a yes. Third on the list is visionaries. High achievers create a plan for long-term goals and they focus on it. You will find them going back and forth from the present to their planned future quickly. It is easy to do this because of their well-drafted plans. With clarity and focus, you can also envision yourself doing different things in life and you work towards them. A very good example of a visionary is Bill Gates. He was the former owner of Microsoft. He envisioned it and it came to pass. The fourth characteristics of high achievers is basically they are output focused, right? While every action doesn't result in a great outcome, high achievers will continue to strive for an improved focal point. By focusing on that, you can streamline the process to make things easier for yourself. That's the only way to find clarity. And if you're unsure about what you want from life, then you'll be confused for years. High achievers have their lives figured out mainly because they are output driven. So it is time to start focusing on your outputs, the outputs that you are producing. Like, what will be the effect? Okay, I'm making this video. How is it going to affect all of my audiences? Or I'm trying to sell this product. What problem is it going to solve? So it is good to be output focused. The fifth characteristics of high achievers is being clutter-free. Picture yourself walking in a room filled with dirty clothes, lots of junk. How would you even be able to be productive? So a very good quality and characteristics of high achievers is that they try to be clutter-free as possible. So high achievers make sure that both their homes and brains are clutter-free. Living in a messy surrounding lowers productivity, and that ultimately affects your ability to achieve your goals. So if you want to become a high achiever, clean your surroundings all the time. By living a clutter-free life, you feel more organized and productive. Yes, the sixth characteristics of high achievers is flexibility. High achievers are very flexible. So when you aspire to achieve incredible things, then you must be open to all sorts of change. Your life will not always be simple, and you are bound to experience many changes. Besides, high achievers are flexible enough to adapt to any environment. By doing this, you can work towards your success in any condition possible. Try different things and test yourself in various situations to realize how to work out of them with your goals achieved. These particular characteristics of high achievers makes me remember a very funny character by Bimbo Ademoye. And the name of the short movie is Sibe. Sibe is a very funny person. She tends to have the flexibility of any kind of job, you name it. If they say, they are doing delivery services, she would learn how to do it. If they say it's hairdresser, you're going to make a lot of money. You see her doing some funny calculations. She already knows what to do. She would actually do it, then get in trouble. But let's more serious note. You have to be very flexible as an high achiever. Try new things. You never can tell. You might be better at that, than even what you are doing right now. So try. The seventh characteristic of high achievers is accepting. With a positive mindset, high achievers also make sure that they are future-centered. Though they don't forget the ups and downs in their past lives, they accept things and move forward. If you are bogged down with previous bad experiences, you are letting memories consume you too much, and it's consuming too much of your time. Rather than revisiting history frequently and feeling bad for yourself and killing your productivity, you need to face your issues head on, accept what already happened, and then move past it. The 8 characteristics of high achievers is that they are go-getters. There is no stopping for high achievers. They deal with exponential growth because they do not like being slowed down. Working on improving yourself in different dimensions helps ensure that you are growing. Self-development is very essential. So you should always learn how to do that to achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. So you have to develop yourself. What do you listen to? Do you listen to inspirational inspirational speakers? Do you read books? For example, do you want to work on sales? Have you read a book by Brian Tracy, like The Philosophy of Sales or Eat That Frog? Whatever kind of area you want to work on, you want to improve yourself on, there are books for it. There are people that are actually professionals in that area. So seek out their books, seek out their knowledge, carry out researches, before you dabble into anything. Make sure that you've actually fed your mind, and even learn a new skill. It doesn't have to be only books. You can learn a new skill, improve yourself in many other ways. You can do everything together. The goal is improving yourself to be a better you. The 9th characteristics of high achievers on my list is opportunity seekers. High achievers are opportunity seekers. Have you ever wondered how someone gets from the low level of the hierarchy up to the top? It is because of their attitude towards opportunities. Never underestimate what the world has to offer you. Be keen on availing of different chances, since you never know how they can benefit you. High achievers are always on the lookout for new opportunities, for new and better opportunities for themselves. And you need to follow suit. You need to follow clearly. 10th on the list is lack of comparisons. So, when it comes to achieving goals, it is best to avoid comparing yourself to others. Doing so will only put you down instead of lifting up your spirits. After all, you will feel incompetent and not good enough. Don't compete with others' achievements, but focus on your growth. Your only competition should be you against you. You of last year with you of this year. High achievers only compare the current version of themselves to the old ones to know how far they've come. The 11th characteristic of high achievers is they are disciplined, An essential thing that almost every high achiever focuses on is self-discipline. It doesn't mean that they don't know how to have fun. In truth, they do. But it is in a more balanced way. Practice moderation and stay disciplined. Stay focused. Set your daily routine and avoid wasting your time on pointless activities too frequently. Otherwise, your life can get messy in many ways. Characteristics of high achievers is that they are eager to learn. Learning is the part of life that high achievers always want to make the most of. They never say no to learning new things, considering it helps them grow as a person and it makes them gain different skills. So learning proves to be beneficial to anyone who wishes to expand their thinking. It will also allow you to focus on achieving your goal. Number 13 on the list is doers. One of the issues people face in life over doing anything is procrastination. They use it as an excuse for everything. High achievers, on the other hand, don't fall prey to such notions, and they do their work earlier than anyone else. You can become a doer by making up your mind about your goals of becoming a high achiever. Focus on why you should do your work and find the motivation to start at the right time. Fourth on the list is high achievers are intrinsically motivated. When it comes to motivation, high achievers are motivated from within. They have goal sets and think of how they can achieve them. No one else is encouraging them to do anything other than themselves. Find your motivation by thinking about the things you want to do and why you want to achieve it. Let me reiterate. There is no better person to motivate you but yourself. Dig deep and think about what you want to do. Think about what you have always wanted to do and create a part of your own. So we come to the last but not the least on the list, which is helpful. If you assume that high achievers only work for themselves, you're wrong. Since they focus on the outcome, they excel in providing incredible products or services to others. Moreover, high achievers also create opportunities for people who wish to excel in life. With their motivation to do better, they aim to help other individuals along the way. So no, high achievers are not working for themselves alone. They act like a boomerang for the community as they walk full circle. And if you watch, most high achievers are philanthropists. And if you want to get anything done, like when you want to go into any business, when you have any idea, you have to have a particular problem that you're solving. If it's entertainment, you are entertaining people, making them laugh, making them forget their sorrows. So in a way, in turn, as you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it to make people feel better for themselves. If you're a motivational speaker, you're motivating people to do great things. If you're a person that is into herbal mixtures, you're helping people to cure their illnesses. So your goal as an high achiever shouldn't be for your own personal gain, but you also have to think about others. So a rundown of the 15 characteristics of high achievers. They are action oriented. High achievers are very optimistic. High achievers are visionaries. They are output focused. They work in a clutter-free environment, both mentally and physically. High achievers are very flexible. They are up to anything and can do anything. High achievers are accepting. They accept the present condition and make the best of it. High achievers are go-getters. They are also opportunity seekers. They lack comparisons. Their only competition is themselves. High achievers are very disciplined. They are always eager to learn and they are doers. They do not procrastinate. High achievers are intrinsically motivated. They motivate themselves from within. And lastly, high achievers are very helpful. High achievers create a successful life for themselves. It isn't handed to them on a platter of silver. It is up to you to mold your personality accordingly. Take small steps and incorporate these characteristics into your life to become an high achiever. So I'm still your host with the most, KEMI Kolawole. I hope this 15 points that I actually spoke on with you on today's edition would help you mold yourself into becoming an high achiever. So do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment, initiating new topics that you love to hear me speak on. So until next time, sayonara. Mwah.